Hey, this is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and I'm not going to go over yesterday's trades. You're going to see this on Saturday because it won't post till Saturday, but I'm doing this on Friday afternoon. Uh, and I thought while I was doing it, I would just leave my Friday chart up so you can see what I saw. There was a two-tiered strong channel up. We had a break and a new high, and then we also had this brown channel that this one's a little too steep. Of course, this one's a little flatter than you'd like, but it's still a two-tiered channel working higher. Notice that we ran up and had an overshoot, and then we traded pretty much down from that point forward. So really from here on, this is a downtrend. It's a little flat right in here, but you can see the EMA down there, and then it's kind of flat, and then it's down the rest of the day, and then kind of goes flat right into the close. But that's your two main patterns, the blue two-tiered channel and then the kind of brownish one. And there's no, the colors, the only difference between the colors, it just distinguishes uh, the different channels. The colors mean nothing other than it just keeps you from having so much blue in there that it kind of overpowers you. So, but you can also see the short term patterns in there, and notice there's a little channel working up there. Of course, you got little micro trends, and we're kind of going sideways here. Then you got another channel that's working up here, one working down. Then we kind of work sideways, and then there's a two-tiered channel working down right here, and then there's another little tight channel. Those are kind of hard to see because I'm backed way out here. But if I backed on out, or pulled in a little closer, I guess I should say, you can see that channel working up, and within there, there's a micro channel, a little small micro range, another micro channel, and you can see the measured moves as well. If you measure this first leg right here and then bring it up to here, that would have been your target. We just barely missed that one. Then you had a measured leg here, you bring it over. We actually overshot that one a little bit. Had a measured leg here, you bring it over, pretty much a perfect measured move there, but also you would want to measure this whole leg. When we started down here, you can see we actually overshot that one a little bit too, but those will give you good targets. And there's other ones in here. Those are just the ones I was watching as I was kind of watching the chart this afternoon some. But I did want to show that to you, but that's not really the purpose of the chart lesson today. The real purpose of the chart lesson today is just to kind of talk about why a lot of you struggle and have troubles. First of all, you can't read the chart yet. That's the biggest reason why most people struggle, is that they think they're going to learn a pattern, or they think they're going to learn some setup and they're going to be able to go find that setup or that pattern and trade it and make money. And and the big one is the two-legged correction, or our second entry, which is the real name of it. And those work a lot, even when you're not reading it properly. They're so powerful, they work, period. But you're going to have a lot of losers too if you just trade them. If you can't read the chart and you don't really know what's going on, you're still going to have a lot of losers. So the key is to learn to read the chart. That's the only way you'll ever consistently make money. I don't care what anybody tells you. Anybody that's making money as a day trader consistently every day, then they can read this chart. They understand price actions. They understand that there is a law of charts, and that's basically our basic rules we follow. There are not a lot of them, and they're not real difficult either, but there's a law of charts. And so you need to understand that, but then you need to understand the language that charts speak. This chart's telling you something all the way to the very top and all the way back down here. And if you can understand that language, and you'll have a good idea where prices are heading, and what they're doing is they're heading there. And that way you'll at least know the correct entry direction. But if you don't understand this chart, you're just throwing darts at a board, and that's what most people are doing, because it takes a long time to learn this. It's a skill. Understand that this is a skill. And when you step in and trade the ES Live, you are trading against skilled professionals that have been doing this for years and years and years. And you can't even compare to them. It'd be like taking a 10-year-old baseball player that's pretty talented baseball player and send him to the major leagues to play in the majors. He doesn't have the skill set yet. He just hadn't been doing it long enough. Let's just jump that up to a high school player, a really good high school player. It's like sending him straight to the majors. Sure, there might be a few that make it, but most won't. They'll have to start. They'll have to start in AA or AAA and work their way up. And trading's no different. You're trading against skilled professionals, and they're skilled, very skilled. Trust me. They know stuff you don't know. They understand the law of charts. They understand price action. They can read this chart right here in front of them. And most of you can't do that. But here's the real part I wanted to tell you that can help you. If you can find the trend lines, which we teach you how to do that relatively easily. So if you can just find this trend line, if you will just wait for prices to come back to the key entry points, the trend lines and the flat support and resistance, and just wait for something to happen there, if you can just do that, you will improve your trading. But what happens with most of you is every swing here, you're looking for an entry. Every single swing. People send me their chart and they're going long, short, long, short, long, short, and they're just getting chopped all to pieces. And they can't figure out why anything works. Well, you can't trade that right there. You just can't do it. It's just a tight congestion. And if you understand charts and price action, you know you can't enter right in there. Just got to sit tight. Don't enter that stuff. So stay away from it. But the key is to find these key entry points and just wait patiently. Don't chase trades. Let the trades come to the places that you're expecting something to happen, and then wait for a setup on top of that. Some of you can find the key entry points, but as soon as prices get there, you're jumping in and you're too early or you're too late. You got to learn. Timing is everything in this. You got to let this correction. When prices were coming back to this trend line here, you had to let this correction play out. If you entered on just the second, let's just pull in there. I want to say there was actually, if you entered on the second entry, you had a good trade there. But there's a second entry at the key entry point. Yeah, it broke a little bit. Look how much it overshot it just a little, the midline, and look, it overshot this side about the same. That's the law of charts. That's the geometry of price action. But notice prices coming back, you get that break, and then you get a second entry right there, and off prices go again. So if you just waited, but most of you will be coming here and you'll try to go long right there, and then you'll get trapped out. But if you entered right here on that second entry, it would have come back. But notice if you put your stop where it belongs, one tick below there, you don't get stopped out, and that takes off. But most of you are too eager. You're trading on fear and greed. You're afraid you're going to miss a trade, and then when the trade actually gets there, then you're scared you're going to have a loser, so you're scared to enter it. Well, that's why you sim trade for a long time, so that you prove to yourself it works, and you prove to yourself when to enter and all that kind of stuff. So again, the key is patience. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. I want to read one email to you. Okay, this trader sent me his performance for the week, Monday through Thursday. I believe it is 6/1 through the 4th. I believe that's Monday through Thursday. I think he took 9 trades. Where are they? Yeah, he took 9 trades, not a single loser. And in his email, he tells me that his biggest light bulb moment was when he learned to stop looking and chasing trades and just waiting on them to come to the right places and then looking for a setup. Again, he described it as the light bulb moment that changed his trading. And I say this all the time, but most of you don't hear it, or you don't understand it. A lot of you just don't hear it, I believe. I say a lot of things, and I'll say it daily for years, and then sometimes, there's people that have been around for years, and then suddenly they'll say, I heard you say it a million times, but all of a sudden it clicked, and I don't know why I didn't really catch it before. So listen to what I'm telling you here. This is really important, is that the key is being patient and letting trades come to you. Just doing that will improve your trading a lot. But if you're just jumping around, chasing everything that comes by, always, one of my analogies that I like to use is it's like being a lion cub or the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle knows what to do. He lays in hiding like a predator and he waits on his prey to come to him, and when it gets there, he jumps and he doesn't look back. Where a little cub, they're just chasing every butterfly and everything that flits around, and they're just lost out there and they're not catching anything because they're just running like crazy. And you want to be the predator. You want to be the king of the jungle. You don't want to be the little lion cub that's just running around out there basically having fun chasing everything, because it's no fun when you're chasing everything and you're throwing your money out the window at the same time. So that's one of the analogies I like to use, and hopefully it hits home. But you want to trade like a predator. You want to lay in wait at the right place where you know the prey's coming to you and you know where it's going when it gets there. And that's how you trade. So again, his light bulb moment was when he figured that out. And here he is. He's got 9 winners and 0 losses. Made $327.58. That's not a lot of money, but for somebody new and learning and no losses, making an average of $36.40 per trade, I mean, wouldn't most of you like to have made $327 this week? Most of you probably lost three times that or more. If you're trading live, hopefully you're not trading live if you're not making money. Okay, here's another trader's performance that he sent me. And this looks like from January through now. So this is basically the whole year so far. And it looks like he's made almost 12,000 euro. But here's the good part. The part that's exciting. He's taken 53 trades, 46 winners, and 7 losing trades. Trading at a clip at almost 87%. He's had as much as 14 winners in a row, and the most losers he ever had was 2 in a row. This is good trading. And I'll have people tell me that, I don't know if this is live or if this is a simulator or not. He didn't say, but I'll get people say, well, it's not the same if you do it on the simulator. Most of you couldn't do this on the simulator. You couldn't get 2 winners in a row on a simulator, so don't say that, because it's not true. Sure, there are traders that can trade well on the simulator that can't do it live, but it's not because it's not because the simulator is not the same. It's because of what was between their ears. They understand the strategy and they can read the chart and they can figure all that out. But as soon as they go live, the fear and greed emotions get to them. It's that thing, they're scared they're going to miss a trade, or they're scared to enter a trade because they might lose. And so, yes, there's a learning curve when you go from simulator to live. But the good thing is now you got the EMS. So the right strategy is, first you got to get profitable on the simulator. And I'm not talking about for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. Set up a $5,000 or $10,000 sim account and trade just like you're going to trade when you're live, and try to double it. And that puts a little pressure on you and gives you a goal to work towards. So, because a lot of people say, well, I can't do that. I get bored or I get distracted. Well, it's not the same because there's no money on the line or whatever. But really, I think those are just excuses. Just do it. And once you can double that account, then you can go to the MES. Because you can't lose a whole lot of money. You're not going to make a whole lot of money either, but at least you won't blow your whole trading account while you're first going live. And have the same goal. Start with whatever, $1,000 or $1,500 account, and try to double or triple that. And if you can do that, then you're ready to try the ES. And that's where the money's made. That's where you will finally make some money. So that should be your process. But I'm just shocked at how many people are trading live and they send me their chart and want to know why they're losing, and they don't have a clue. You might as well just ride down the road and throw your money out the window. It's no different. You're not ever going to make any money if you don't understand how to read this chart. There's no magic bullet. There's no holy grail. The only thing there is understanding price action and the law of charts and being able to trade it. That's it. Nobody's going to show you a setup that's going to work consistently from now to doomsday. But if you can read a chart, you can trade any market and you can do it from now to doomsday. As long as the markets are there, you can do that. But there's not a setup, there's not a pattern, there's not an indicator, there's not any special software, there's nothing that can do that other than the ability to understand the law of charts and understand how to read a chart. If you got those two down, then then you can trade. And you can trade any market. Of course, there's still the mental aspect, so I'm not going to overlook that. But don't let anybody tell you that they'll show you an easy way to make $500 a day, or they can sell you a pattern or some software to allow you to make $1,500 a day easy, because it doesn't exist. I promise you it's not there. Don't fall for those internet marketing schemes, because that's what they are. So don't fall for that. Understand that you're going to have to learn to read the chart, just like if you want to go learn Russian or Spanish or Chinese Mandarin or French or Portuguese or whatever language is a non-native language to you, and you've got to go learn it, and you've got to be fluent and also understand not just the language but the culture as well. That's what this is like. This is no different than doing that. And do you think you're going to do that in 2 or 3 weeks? No. Do you think you can do that in 2 or 3 months? No. Very doubtful. There's some people that can, but the average person cannot do that. And you're not going to do it with a chart either. So it's no different. It's no easier. So I hope that's helpful to each of you. I'm not going to drag this video out. I just wanted something to post for Saturday that would be helpful for people. And so make sure you understand this. The big thing is make sure you have you have realistic expectations and not unrealistic expectations, because most people coming into this have very unrealistic expectations. They all think they're going to be different, and none of them ever are. I've been doing this a long, long time. I've seen them come and go, come and go, come and go, and everybody thinks they're the special one that's going to be different at this, and they never are. Usually the ones that do the best are the ones that come in and haven't learned all the BS that's taught out there and sold out there. They come in and they don't know anything about trading, and I hand them the manual and they read it and they study it just like I tell them, and the next thing you know, they're making money. But they don't have all that trash in their head. They don't have to maneuver through all the bombs and the landmines that have been planted out there by all this fake BS internet marketing, people that just want to sell you stuff. Forget all that stuff. None of it's right. You're not going to learn anything at trading forums. There might be some good information there, but you can't distinguish what's good and what's not. And there's nobody there. Anybody that can really trade is busy trading. They're not hanging out there. It's only people trying to learn to trade and people that have failed, that think they know it all, that know the wrong stuff and can spout it off like a parrot, but none of it works. And they'll argue and tell you that what you're trying to do is wrong. They'll argue 100% against the right stuff and try to teach you the stuff that's considered gospel that's all wrong. And so most people aren't going to tell you that. I'm probably one of the few people that'll tell you that. There may be somebody else out there that'll tell you that, but I don't know who they are, because most of them want to sell you something. So don't fall for it. The only thing that's ever going to make you money as a day trader is hard work and time and hard work, because this is a skill, and like any skill, you've got to hone it and work on it every day for a period of time till you become as skilled as the other people that have been doing it for 20 years or more. So I'm not going to drag this out anymore. I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope it's helpful to you. But just be prepared and have realistic expectations, and be prepared for a lot of hard work and study. And because if you make it in this, it's rewarding and it pays well, and it's easy work. but it's not easy getting there. Trust me. Anybody tells you it is, just don't listen to them, because they're telling you that for a reason, and there may be different motivations and different reasons, but it's not easy. So anyway, hope you're having a great weekend. I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you on Monday. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.